Evans with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. Here's Holmes. Sinks the 15-footer. Holmes gets it to go, and that's not just any basket, folks. Those are his first points here in the NBA. The 76ers trail by 4. Screen by Grant. Roten kicks to Canaan. Roten, the pass to Grant. Now here's Roten, covered by Holmes. And Champ gets the whistle that time. Some changes for New Orleans. Anderson, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Pondexter comes in for Tyreke Evans. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. And the 76ers also making a change. Ish Smith, he's checked in for Tony Roten. Here's Canaan. Cole with the rebound.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Holmes showing him he really belongs. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old-school, traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the analytics side of things.
Canaan kicks to Grant. It's Robinson high post. Smith outside. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound by Ajinça.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Here's Cole, averaging 6 points per contest. Kicks it to Pondexter. Shoots the 3. And he gets it to go. Pondexter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. 8 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To end the run. No good. And so the first quarter is in the books. New Orleans on top. They're up by 9. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, swap here for New Orleans. And then for Philadelphia, Grant, he's checked in for Thomas Robinson. Tony Roten comes in for Jason Richardson. And it's Cannon in for Ish Smith. The 76ers leading. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Embiid. Tony Roten out there with Isaiah Cannon. Then there's Grant, and it's Sampson in at the 3 spot. Here's Canaan. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. Shot clock at 5. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at how the Pelicans performed last month. First in shooting percentage, 4th in scoring. And they also show up in the top 5 in assists. They've got scores, and they're a pretty good passing team as well.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
From deep, and he knocks it down. Good looking through there from Holmes. Champ's got it all tied up now for New Orleans. Now the 76ers with it. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And the early foul trouble they got themselves into the last meeting between these two clubs really kind of threw off their whole game, and they never could recover. That was a bad loss.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. Omer Asik on a new team, but he's made an impression with his former squads. Jeremy Lin called him, quote, an incredible defender and a game changer. Kevin McHale said he's a big-time player in the middle. And remember, Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau raved about his intelligence, relentless drive, and willingness to play for the team. Not bad, Kevin.
One of the premier defensive centers in the league, Doris. Thanks. And Steve said it just then. It was an ugly performance for them in that previous game. Would you agree that foul trouble was the big factor, Clay?
Well, Kevin, certainly it was one of the factors. I mean, they could have used more minutes from their starters, but there were a lot of things that didn't go well in that game.
Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis.
Well, with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Well, especially, Steve, when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. I mean, that's a bad combination. Turning it over and then not defending.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
Pass to Sampson. The feed to Roten. From 13, and that one's good. And it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Evans outside. He feeds it to Holiday. Goes up with the stripe. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's Sampson. Yep.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house. Continue to have smart possessions. Let's keep the turnovers to a minimum. That was a big boost to our offense. I did like the scoring punch.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for the Pelicans.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
Well, they've had this team's number all season. 2 wins in 2 meetings. Doesn't seem to matter what building they play in.
Yeah, I thought the result might be different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. I mean, now they'll have to wait until next year for a shot at revenge.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Eric Gordon. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see he was a difference maker.
Holmes in at shooting guard. Alexis Ajinça is out there with Anderson. Then there's Quincy Pondek.